Many people aspire to build a life defined by freedom: freedom of time, freedom of money, and freedom to create. The vision is clear: a life where choices are not dictated by a clock, a paycheck, or external expectations. Yet, despite these big dreams, most never reach that destination. The reason is not a lack of ambition or imagination. Instead, the real barrier is a misunderstanding of how progress is made. The world often celebrates thinking big, setting grand goals, and chasing ambitious visions. However, the true power lies in thinking small. It is the small, consistent actions that accumulate over time and create lasting change. Building a life of freedom is not about making one giant leap. It is about taking many small, deliberate steps. Each day offers an opportunity to make a choice, form a habit, or take a single action that moves closer to the desired life. Those who achieve real freedom understand that success is built on a foundation of small wins. By focusing on what can be done today, no matter how minor, it becomes possible to transform dreams into reality. The journey to freedom is not about thinking bigger, but about thinking smaller and acting with intention every day. The power of small ambition. At some point, society began to equate ambition with the pursuit of massive goals: earning six figures, retiring early, or achieving complete financial independence. These aspirations are often held up as the ultimate markers of success. However, this mindset can have unintended consequences. When goals are set at such a grand scale, they can feel overwhelming and distant. The weight of these ambitions can make progress seem slow, almost invisible, as the finish line remains far out of reach. Over time, this lack of visible progress can erode motivation and make it difficult to stay committed. This is where the concept of micro-ambition offers a powerful alternative. Micro-ambition is the practice of focusing on smaller, achievable wins that build upon each other. Instead of aiming to build a business empire, the focus shifts to a more immediate and tangible goal, such as earning $100 online within a month. Rather than striving for the broad objective of becoming financially free, the target becomes saving enough to cover 1 month of expenses. Instead of attempting to reinvent oneself overnight, the emphasis is placed on getting just 1% better each day. These are not insignificant or baby goals. They are compounding goals. Objectives that, while modest on their own, accumulate over time to create significant momentum. Each small win serves as a building block, quietly stacking up until the larger vision of freedom is no longer a distant dream, but the next logical step. The process of achieving freedom becomes less about waiting for a breakthrough and more about celebrating consistent, incremental progress. By embracing micro-ambition, individuals can maintain motivation, experience regular success, and steadily move toward their larger aspirations. The journey becomes more sustainable and rewarding, as each step forward is both visible and meaningful. In the end, it is the accumulation of these small, intentional actions that transforms ambition from a source of pressure into a pathway to genuine freedom. Why micro-ambition works? Micro-ambition is effective because the human brain is wired to crave progress. Each small victory triggers the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter that fuels motivation and encourages continued effort. The more frequently progress is experienced, the easier it becomes to maintain consistency and build positive habits. This cycle of achievement and reward creates a powerful momentum that propels individuals forward, even when the ultimate goal remains far in the distance. Consider the process of building wealth. It rarely happens overnight. Instead, it is the result of automating small deposits on a regular basis, allowing savings to grow steadily over time. The journey toward financial security is not marked by a single dramatic leap, but by a series of manageable steps that accumulate into substantial results. Similarly, leaving a traditional job is seldom accomplished in one bold move. More often, it begins with the launch of a modest side project, which gradually expands and eventually provides the freedom to transition away from conventional employment. Mastering productivity follows the same principle. It is not achieved through a sudden transformation, but by systematically removing distractions, one at a time. Each small improvement contributes to greater focus and efficiency, making it possible to accomplish more with less effort. These incremental changes, though seemingly minor in isolation, collectively lead to significant personal and professional growth. True freedom is not the product of a single breakthrough moment. Instead, it is forged through thousands of micro-decisions made with intention and purpose. Every choice, no matter how small, plays a role in shaping the path toward a more liberated and fulfilling life. By embracing the philosophy of microambition, individuals can harness the brain's natural desire for progress, sustain motivation, and ultimately achieve the freedom they seek, not through grand gestures, but through the steady accumulation of small, meaningful actions. The freedom loop. The true strength of microambition lies in its ability to create a powerful cycle, often referred to as the freedom loop. This loop begins with small wins, which serve as the initial spark for momentum. As momentum builds, so does confidence. With increased confidence, individuals are empowered to take on bigger actions and more ambitious challenges. Over time, the life that once seemed distant and unattainable gradually becomes the new normal, shaped by a series of intentional, incremental steps. Microambition transforms the concept of freedom from a distant finish line into a daily practice. Instead of waiting for a future moment to arrive at a life of freedom, individuals experience a sense of liberation in their everyday routines. Each week, a little more freedom is woven into daily life, whether through improved habits, new opportunities, or greater self-assurance. This ongoing process shifts the focus from a single intense effort to the steady rhythm of consistent progress. Lasting success is not built on bursts of intensity or dramatic changes. Rather, it is the result of unwavering consistency, showing up, making small improvements, and celebrating each step forward. The freedom loop reinforces itself with every cycle, making it easier to sustain motivation and continue growing. As small wins accumulate, they reinforce the belief that change is possible and that greater freedom is within reach. By adopting microambition as a guiding principle, individuals can break free from the pressure of monumental goals and instead embrace a lifestyle of continuous improvement. The journey becomes less about striving for a distant milestone and more about enjoying the process of becoming a little freer, a little more confident, and a little more successful each day. In this way, microambition not only makes freedom attainable, but also sustainable, turning it into a habit that endures over time and leads to a truly fulfilling life. Practical ways to start. For those ready to begin the journey toward greater freedom, the process can start today with a few simple steps. The first recommendation is to focus on a single area for improvement, rather than attempting to overhaul multiple aspects of life at once. Concentrating on one goal increases the likelihood of success and prevents overwhelm. The next step is to set a goal so small that failure becomes nearly impossible. When objectives are manageable, they are easier to achieve and maintain. This approach builds confidence and lays the groundwork for future progress. Tracking progress is also essential, as the act of measuring growth brings awareness and accountability. Whether through a journal, an app, or a simple checklist, monitoring each step forward helps maintain momentum and highlights the progress being made. It is important to celebrate consistency rather than perfection. Rewarding the act of following through, even when results are not flawless, reinforces positive behavior and encourages continued effort. The focus shifts from achieving an ideal outcome to building a sustainable habit. Practical examples can make this approach even more tangible. For those seeking financial freedom, automating a small weekly deposit, such as $10, can set the foundation for long-term savings. Individuals looking to reclaim more time might start by blocking out just 1 hour each day for undistracted focus. Those aiming to boost their energy could commit to going to bed just 30 minutes earlier tonight. These small, intentional choices may seem minor, but they create the margins in which freedom can grow. Over time, these micro-actions accumulate, leading to significant changes in lifestyle and mindset. The path to freedom is not paved with grand gestures, but with the quiet, consistent decisions made each day. By starting small, tracking progress, and celebrating each step, anyone can begin to experience the benefits of micro-ambition and move closer to a life defined by greater freedom and fulfillment. The pursuit of motivation often leads to frustration, as motivation can be fleeting and unpredictable. Instead, the focus should be on movement, taking consistent, small actions regardless of how inspired one feels. Each step forward, no matter how minor, contributes to a powerful transformation. Over time, these actions begin to reshape identity, turning someone into a person who reliably finishes what is started. This evolving identity is the true foundation of lasting freedom. When actions align with intentions, confidence grows, and self-trust is established. The process of becoming someone who follows through is not marked by dramatic breakthroughs, but by a steady accumulation of micro moments. These quiet instances of progress, Repeated day after day, gradually build a life that is both resilient and free. Freedom is rarely achieved through giant leaps or sudden changes. Instead, it is constructed in the margins, within the small, often unnoticed choices made each day. The real power lies in embracing these micro moments, recognizing that each one is a building block for a more liberated future. By prioritizing movement over motivation and valuing progress over perfection, anyone can begin to experience the profound impact of consistent action. In the end, it is these quiet victories that pave the way to genuine freedom and fulfillment. Think small, stay consistent, build freedom. Subscribe for more on modern wealth, freedom, and purpose.